wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you rap like that's what they asking him? I was poor and I'm black, so I'm taxing them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw the Toyota Ethiopians, yeah. Pipe down, I need that.
As an immigrant who came into this country, adapting it every day, the language barrier.
We are across the Atlantic on the Emerald Isle as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the vibrant capital city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Cam Little to kick off.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, so happy to be here. We are underway from Dublin, folks, in the NFL International Series. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground. ETN. Oh, look at the juke. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
Regular.
The slot man in motion right. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the counter, ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they continue with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 40-yard line.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. You look at this Steeler defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Point it right.
To throw, Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways. But you're right, they want to run their offense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Elijah Arroyo. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The kicker on.
Now the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up alive, but taking it right down Broadway. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after all that, it's just your everyday 6-2 ball game.
And let's think about how important that can turn out to be, because remember, it's not just a 2-point swing. It's a 3-point swing. I'm just wondering, you think they can load the bases and hit a home run and tie it up?
Well, I was going to ask you, I can't remember the last time that I've seen a 6-2 score in football.
Me either. I've been racking my brain on that one. 6-2? Not often.
At their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big pickup of 38.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow them down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. His throw caught, and about the 5. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 15. And the Vikings first down.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And able to work his way down to 16.
Mikey Samuel still makes the stop. 8 yards.
After one, our score 9-6.
At the Steelers' 16-yard line.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Here we go. Ready,
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Etienne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
Another toe for Etienne. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
Elijah Arroyo with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside.
This is going the other way. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Mahomes. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
The Steelers at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Give them 32 on the play.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker.
Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Vikings 12.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. They'll get this off to ETN. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Regular. 180. What's that?
Straight ahead, ETN. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Etienne up the middle.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now they'll try to run a reverse here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Caught out left side by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Mahomes now to throw. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good. Hey, look, okay.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Etienne on the toss right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Watkins in motion left.
Alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Mayfield and the troops staying out and going for it on 4th.
Run, run, run.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real. Kings, Kings, Kings. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Watkins, 54 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurry! Regular.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
31-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
25-yard line.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Gain of 17 yards. That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A 3rd quarter now to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield to throw it. This pass complete to Melton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert 33. Come on.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. To throw, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown! A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big two-point conversion attempt.
For the two-point conversion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Start.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, there. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
A handoff for Etienne.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Good. 180.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Real.
Now Mayfield. That is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Pass complete to Robinson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Mahomes to throw it. Completes to Njoku. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Mahomes finding Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Mahomes will do it himself. This is caught. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
40. Steelers 32. Jack Fox set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
One final try from Mahomes. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for our entire crew, alongside